Hi, my name is Robert Ahlgreen, and my focus is computer programming and analytics. I was the fourth project manager, and my tasks were Chapter 4, Task 3, Chapter 5, Task 5, Chapter 8, Task 2, Chapter 10, Task 4. The most interesting task I had was Chapter 4, Task 3, because it was interesting to grab the individual pieces of information of what the client wanted for their application and compose it into a business case to be presented to whomever they needed to show it to. The hardest task that I worked on was but not chosen was Chapter 5, Task 5. It looked hard to accumulate all the tasks that needed to be done for the project and then assign deadlines according to what you thought your team was capable of and what the company's deadlines were for the entire project. This class seems helpful in almost all avenues of life. It is a great way to get a grasp on how to manage your time. It is exceedingly helpful in many job environments because almost every job has projects of sorts with deadlines, and being able to manage the time with the people you're with would be great in any situation.
Hello, my name is Stacy Crater and my major is Computer Information Technology. I was the third project manager and was in charge of Progress Report 3. My tasks throughout this course were Chapter 4, Task 6, Chapter 5, Task 1, Chapter 6, none, Chapter 7, Task 1, Chapter 8, none, Chapter 9, Task 3, Chapter 10, Task 2, Chapter 11, none, Chapter 12, Task 2 and 4, Chapter 13, none. My favorite task was Chapter 4, Task 6 because this is something the other people in my department use and it was nice to learn something that helps me in my current job. The most challenging was Chapter 12, Task 4, as it had to do with contract verbiage that I'm not familiar with from a technical side. What I learned in this class is that you have to be prepared for things to happen and leave room to adjust and correct those obstacles. Also, communication is very important. This helps keep the project on schedule and gives you the opportunity to adjust time on certain tasks so the project is completed to the customer's satisfaction and in a timely manner.
Hello, my name is Daria Falk, and I am completing the Computer Information Technology Specialist Certificate Program. I was the second project manager and responsible for the submission of Progress Report number 2. The tasks that I completed during this project were Chapter 4, 1 and 2, Chapter 5, 3 and 4, Chapter 6, 1 and 3, Chapter 8, 1, Chapter 9, 1, and Chapter 12, 3. My favorite task was the Gantt chart from Chapter 5, Task 4. I really enjoyed the visual progress the chart allowed and was excited to utilize it in both professional and personal projects outside of the class. The most challenging task by far was from Chapter 4, Task 1, a summary of each proposed project. I wasn't entirely sure how to adequately represent each project in summary and felt lost as to how to format the entire document. Looking back with the information that I learned in this course, I feel that I will have a better time representing relevant information for IT project summaries. I learned through this project experience that organization and communication are key to project success and efficiency. It was an amazing help to have organized and standardized ways of representing pertinent information, but more importantly, clear communication was a must to prevent overlap and neglect.
My name is Kristian Fontana and my major is Information Technology. I was the fourth project manager and in charge of Progress Report 4. My tasks throughout this course were Chapter 5, Task 3, Chapter 7, Task 2, Chapter 9, Task 2, Chapter 10, Task 3, and Chapter 12, Task 1. My favorite task was Chapter 9, Task 2, because me and some other friends of mine study MBTI on our own accord. We like the idea of this personality assessment and discuss it frequently, along with our own types and how they work with others. The most challenging was Chapter 7, Task 2, because this task was primarily pure data and number crunching, collecting different statistics and totaling. If any of the numbers or additions were off, the entire chart was incorrect. What I learned in this class is being prepared and working in advance of due dates is key. This allowed ample response time if anything were to go wrong along the way. Also, that communication is key when working for project team.
My name is Gary Johnston, and my academic area is computer programming and analysis. I was the first project manager this semester and responsible for progress report number 1. The tasks I were involved with include Chapter 4, Task 4 and 5, Chapter 5, Task 5, Chapter 6, Progress Report Number 1, Chapter 7, Task 3, Chapter 8, Task 3, Chapter 9, Task 3, Chapter 10, Task 1, Chapter 11, All, Chapter 12, None, Chapter 13, All. My favorite task was from Chapter 9, Task 3, Resource Histogram, because I got to experiment with styles, colors, and fonts on an Excel spreadsheet, and that was fun. I enjoyed that. The biggest challenge I had was from Chapter 11, Task 2, Probability Impact Matrix, because my PowerPoint skills weren't great, so it took some time to get up to speed on that. What I learned from this project was how to work effectively with a team so that everyone works together to reach a common goal in a seamless way.